Hello to you Zenix zoners out there, and this, you don't want me to call you that? Zenix zoners? Oh, sorry. Hello viewers and welcome to Behind the Sketch, where in this series of videos I will tell you how I make these wonderful, awful, crappy cartoon series on this channel of mine, which is Zenix Zone PSM. And now we get to the topic that I have been dreading, because this topic is, oh my gosh, the most time consuming, the most patience, the most effort. Just this process is just what, oh my gosh, animating. And this is what you guys been asking me to do for so many times. How you animate? How you animate? How you do that? How you do that? Oh, you guys been asking me so much about how to animate. But before I get started, let's cue the music. Exactly. Now, this is going to be a very long video. It's not going to be like the other behind the sketch, because talk about animation is like a very long storybook, like seriously. So I'm going to try to be as entertaining as possible. Entertaining! You guys have been asking me to do this for a long time, so I hope this will answer most of your questions about how I animate. I mean, I don't know why you guys have been asking me, because animation is nothing special. It's nothing but moving pictures or moving drawings. That's what animating is. I mean, there's no secret. I mean, you can just get a little video editor, just draw some pictures. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, like, just draw a little stick man. So you see that stick man? And look, he moved there. Animated. Anyway, so yeah, that's animation. So, how I animate. Okay. Of course, I can't animate if there's no recording done, which is the voices and all that other stuff. That's self-explanatory. Everybody knows how to record their voice. I'm not going to talk about recordings because people know much about that anyway. Anyway, animating. So, if all the voices are done and stuff, and as I said, first I use a background, and then I pick a character who's in the scene, and then I make keyframes. And if you don't know what that is, keyframes for an animator is like you want to get from one point to the next point. It's like going from A to B, but to get to A to B, you gotta make frames of animation. Like one frame, that frame, that frame, that frame, that frame, that frame, to get to that frame. And to get to that frame is about a smooth motion, like if he moves his arms up or moves his arms down to get from A to B. And that's simply what a keyframing is, and I do a lot of keyframing. But to achieve this so much, I mean, because that's how I animate frame by frame, which is a very tedious animation because it takes longer than flash animations. The reason why it's tedious is because you're drawing every frame, then you're drawing every frame, then you're drawing every frame. Unlike Flash, all the resources are just available, just that you gotta do a 20. I will get to later why I don't do Flash yet. I'll get to that later. But to continue on about keyframing, so let's just say, to start this long story, I hope you can stick around for this. So let's just say I'm filming this scene of, let's get a little city background. Boop! Okay, there goes the city. Okay, let's draw a little cart. Boop! Okay, there goes the cart. And let's say this guy, boop! Yeah, this guy, isn't he cute? Anyway, let's say this guy is gonna walk to this cart. So I will draw this frame. This is frame 1. And I will estimate, like, okay, before I go any further about estimating, I want to just be clear. I know that when you animate, you gotta make sure you have as much frames as possible between keyframes, because the more frames you have between a keyframe, the smoother the animation is. Due to my time, I can't really achieve so much smooth animation, so I hope you guys can forgive me for that. That's why I cheat a little, and that's why I don't see a lot of walking cycles, because doing walking cycles is a pain in the dick. Anyway, so from this guy to go to this guy, and my gosh, I'm gonna do a walk cycle. Let's do a cheat one. So let's just say, let's make 3 frames of repeat, like this frame, that frame, that frame. That's one third. Okay. You get the idea. Okay, he's up to the car. Okay, that scene is done. So that's how I animate that scene. Okay, so that's how we do it. Making characters move and talk. Now, I had to say one of the not the easy part, but not the hardest part. The hardest part, and this is what many people criticize me the most, is lip syncing. Lip syncing is very tedious because how the way people talk and move their lips is unbelievably tedious. I mean, how you gotta get those ohs, and you gotta get those ah. Very tedious. So that's why I don't do a lot of lip syncing. You see, like, oh my gosh, this is the worst lip syncing animation ever. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. Guys, remember, come on, guys, like, give me a break here. I mean, I'm not doing this for a job. I can't make it perfect. I do go to school, you know. But anyway, lip syncing, that part is done. Okay. Then you guys may ask, how you do the effects? Well, when I draw these frames, of course, I go to Sony Vegas and I put all of this stuff on a little Sony Vegas video layer. You didn't get the audio layer, but who cares about the audio? We care about the video layer, because that's where the animation is done. But here's a screenshot of one of my most complex animations ever done. Look at that. Look at that mess. Oh my gosh, it's like a gold mine. What's this? Oh, I thought that was a bug. Anyway. So, it could be as complex as that, or it could be as simple as just boop, like that. But, yes, this animation does take time and work and effort, which is why I tell people, whoever wants to become an animator, like, being an animator is nothing special. I mean, if you love to draw, you already are, like, one step ahead of being an animator. The only problem with being an animator is you just gotta have patience, because it takes time to draw, like, a 5-second clip. I mean, maybe to draw, like, a 10-second clip to make it as quality like My Little Pony, it may take like, I don't know, 3 days or 4 days just to get the coloring right and make sure the animation is nice and smooth, that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much it. So the effects, well, I tried to do my own explosions. The problem with that was it's hard to get the lighting right, which is another part of animating. I try to do as much as I can of shading, which is why I don't shade the characters a lot, because it's, to me, it's, I just can't do it properly to the way of it will look good for a scene. I mean, I do try, especially in one scene, which I did for the latest episode of Toontown, which is episode 5, and I try my best to do shading there. And I'm getting better, but it still needs to process. So as I said, I try my best to make sure these animations are nice and smooth, nice and effective, and just try to be as, because these animations take a lot of effort and work. I mean, I could work on like one part of a 15-minute episode, and the one part is like 5 minutes long, and that could take a week. So I try my best. Especially since I see my channel is exploding, its subscribers exploding. I mean, I cannot believe I'm almost up to 300 subscribers, and that's scary because the people are subbing for Toontown, and that's scary because you know why, this channel is not all about Toontown. Don't get me wrong, guys. I know you guys like Toontown, but please don't sub just because of Toontown, because Toontown is the series. It's part of a story I like telling, and I have other stories. I know you may not like Legendary or Pawtoons, but I have other subscribers that do. So don't get mad if I had to let those shows run as well, because they're being very patient and waiting on those episodes. But I know, getting off topic, I'm just saying I am trying my best, guys, to improve my animation. I have seen that I have improved. This is going to be embarrassing, especially since there's no audio to it. But I'm going to show you my very first animation, and I'm going to speed it up because it's very boring if I put the full length. So let's show my very first animation. Let's go. surprised. That was my very first animation. I mean, that's what many people don't understand. You don't have to be all macho, like, oh, I gotta draw real characters, I gotta draw animals, I gotta draw humans. You can start as simple as stick figures. Stick figures can just be as awesome animation as possible. I mean, look at dick figures. Yes, I know, I can't believe I said that, but that's the name of an actual cartoon that does stick figures that are actually awesome from Mondo Media. These stick figures can be just that awesome. I mean, you don't have to be all detailed, it doesn't have to be all, like, gothic, like an anime. No, it can be just as simple as the stick figures. So, yeah, guys, that's how I animate. I animate frame by frame. I use Photoshop. I post all this stuff on the credits. Nice to know you guys don't watch the credits. I might as well should just delete it. But then again, people might sue me for not putting their names on the crediting board. But anyway, I know this has been a long ramble. But all in all, that's how I do it. That's how I process it. I'm sorry I can't show you full details. If you guys want me to go in more detail, I'll be happy to. I'm just trying to make it as concise as possible. But that's all in all how I animate, guys. And if you want to know the list of programs, I'm going to happily show them right here. I used MS Paint, but I don't do it no more since my friend told me it's ridiculous as I'm using Photoshop now. I'm like, okay, I will stop using MS Paint because me and MS Paint, we had a thing together since 2000. Anyway, to animate, I used Sony Vegas to put all the frames of drawings together and all the effects in the drawings together. As I said, I can't draw the shading right to do my own special effects of explosions. I can't draw the lighting perfectly, but Sony Vegas has been proven to be worthy and good enough for me. And then there's flash animation, which I don't do a lot of. Now, I know it's going to explain about why I don't do flash animations. The reason being, because I find it to be very, very time consuming to draw in the beginning. I know it's easy when you get everything all set up, but to do the motions I want and the effects I want of moving my characters, Flash is going to be those things that takes time. Because I know you guys are subbing to me or want to watch me because you want to say, hey, I want a new video every week. And I'm like, no guys, I can't do that. Ease on the demand. You want quality, not quantity, right? Well, I'm kidding, you guys want quality over quantity. Right. I hope so. But that's basically all the programs I use for animations. So, now you know of how I animate. If you couldn't watch this video this long to know the full extent of how I animate, that sucks on you, buddy. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm trying to keep you guys much alive as possible because this is a long video. The longest video is just me talking. So, I'm just trying to make it exciting as possible. But anyway, this is how I did it. This is how I do the animations. If you guys have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments below or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching the content and appreciating my hard work. And as always, stay cool. See you guys next time. Post you later. Every time I get a sub, I'm like, oh my gosh, that person subbed to me because they like my content. Or they just want to sub to me because they find out I just don't have enough subscribers and they're just subbing just to sub and leave and never come back. I'm gonna find that person and I'm gonna animate him to death. Exactly.